What's up, YouTube? It's Lightsworn Knight back again. Before I get to the Shining Darkness coverage, I just wanted to talk about the Duel to Rule competition that was going on. My family watches Nickelodeon, and I actually happened to catch the commercial. I think this was last month or something like that, but yeah, I was actually pretty surprised to see Yu-Gi Moto in a Yu-Gi-Oh commercial. And it was about this Duel to Rule competition where if you entered and won, you would get to duel the world champion or a world-renowned player, and then you'd get to, I think they gave like $1,000 every single Yu-Gi-Oh card printed in 2010 and, or maybe it was 2009, I don't remember. And you also got to create your own card. The event's already over, otherwise I would post a link. I meant to talk about it a lot earlier, but I didn't get the chance. So yeah, I'm not sure who won yet, or if they even announced it. I think it ended like April 14th or something like that. But I don't know, just kind of fun thing to say. It's pretty obvious what card I would have made if I was to win the Duel to Rule. For those of you who might not be able to guess it, obviously I'd probably create another Lightsworn card, and it would be the Lightsworn Knight, just to legitimize my name, I guess. And of course, more Lightsworn support would be amazing, even though it would be totally unnecessary and totally cheap. But yeah, anyway, now to the Shining Darkness coverage. Oops. 1 second, where's your first? There's a rare. Chase's Pulls. That was another nothing pack. There we go. What's this? Black Feather? This was Hydrogenics. And last pack was Synchro Ejection. For you? Okay, now mine. Alright. Wow, I see what you mean.
They're always hard.
Alright. I got it. Quackimero Bergzak Secret. Genix Controller.
Cool.
That was cool. Even though secrets are 30% easier to pull now.
But you pulled the tuner.
Yep. That'll be good for the rounds, I guess. If I get a synchro. Rare. There's the Watt cards. Fairy card, XX Saber Bogart Knight. Infernity Reflector. Infernity Beetle. Oh god, more Battery Man stuff. Uh-oh. Only one holo so far. Hoping for something else. Jeez. Cherry and Mado. Last pack. Oh my god. Oops. Something, please. Oh my god. Oh well. So yeah, the event itself was pretty good. You saw my pulls, so nothing too great, but I was able to trade that Quackimero Bergzak secret for something interesting. I'll tell you about that later. And when it comes to our records, I lost my first round because I didn't get, well, pretty much the main strategy in my deck was just to get this guy out, Beater, and Bergzak, and I only had one other warrior card to reveal in my hand to be able to keep the Berserk on the field. So that was pretty much my main strategy right there. I had the elect cards, and I did have the light thing. You know what, let me show you it. This little strategy was you would activate this leeching the light and sap the attack from one of your opponent's light monsters, and then you would use this woodpecker with that sapped attack to attack twice. So it was actually a pretty good strategy. I didn't realize it until like halfway through my first match, and by then I wasn't even able to use it anymore. But yeah, so it was kind of fun, and it is fun every single time, like trying to figure out what cards work well together. If you're still like kind of a noob at Yu-Gi-Oh, like even I still make tons of mistakes all the time, but it really does help because you have to learn new cards and you have to try to figure out new strategies and stuff. And especially when it comes to like first round, you're kind of just like rushing, and then you have to see what your opponent does, and then sometimes you'll learn a lot of cool tricks. And if you actually manage to pull a lot of those cards, you can actually do the same thing, which is kind of cool. And it's always cool to see what couple little strategies win, because I mean, you're pretty much opening 5 random packs with all these crappy common cards that don't even work well together half the time. So it's always cool to see what happens in the end. But anyway, I went 2 losses and then I dropped. The second loss was just because I wanted to stay in to win the raffle for the mat. At my locals, they had a rule that you had to stay in for all 5 rounds to be in the raffle for the mat. So I decided that I was going to stay for all 5 rounds, and the second round I just lost on purpose. Hopefully you can believe me and not just say, oh my god, he lost. But anyway, I did lose on purpose just to stay in for the mat because I really didn't feel like playing anymore. And I traded one of the 2 best cards in my deck before round 2, so I really didn't have much of a choice. I probably wasn't going to win at all. But anyway, I ended up dropping because the rounds were like 35 minutes long, and that's really ridiculous when you think about Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know why my locals does that, but whatever. Anyway, but like Ice went 1 win, 1 loss, drop. Same thing as my brother. Yeah, I guess I'll show you the pools. They actually handed out these little card things, which is kind of cool because then I could show you the picture for the set. I don't know, it just makes it look more professional, I guess. Anyway, these 3 are my brother's pulls, as you saw in the previous video. Synchro Ejection, the Blackwing Dragon, cover card, and Hydrogenics. And then, of course, we have the 2 variant cards, Double X Saber Bogart Knight, which is actually a really good card for X Sabers. So we'll be keeping those, maybe adding it to the X Saber deck. And then, of course, we played around with the Duel Terminal. 3 bad cards, I guess, you know, Miss Valley Soldier, Gen X Worker, and Flame Bell Guard. If you guys want those, just let me know. And then my brother got a super Duel Terminal card, Worm Illidan, I guess you could say. Yeah, you know what? Let me show you what I traded that card for. 1 sec.